What? Oh no, he's gonna crash, he's gonna crash, what's he gonna do? Oh my god, he's gonna crash! He's not gonna crash. Oh, what ho chaps, I'm Magical Mike. That is Tixx's Infinarium landing, docking, whatever you want to say, in Divinity's Reach. So yeah, the second version of the dungeon appeared. Do you want to join your party in Tixx's Infinarium? Yes, I do! And in this one, we have small changes here. We've got, you can see these toy Ventaris hanging about. There's a hell of a lot more script to deal with. Don't forget to actually deal with them, because if you don't deal with them, you're going to have a huge problem with them all being very hard to kill and just piling up and generally being more of a pain than they should be. So anyway, you can still smash stuff, which is great. And now you're making princess dolls, which are really creepy. They don't have a face. So they want to be showered with presents. So you've got to go find 15 of them, which you should go and do. So yeah, and yeah, like I said, people bringing all these script back here, and I've just left to deal with them. But don't forget that you can also have some fun with them and lead them through this maze, which is kind of hilarious that they don't have a line of sight because they're too small, so you can just run them through the maze. Oh, that's great. Until somebody goes and ruins it by destroying the whole thing, but never mind, eh? Well, it's all fun, because you, like I said, ruining things. And that's why you don't invite a Norn to a party. Bearzilla! Yeah! It's great. I told you I'd do this, and I had to. Oh, I had far too much fun just charging through everything as a bear. What was I saying? Something about script? Something about destroying things? I can't even remember. Anyway, after you brought all those presents back to the princesses with no faces, which speak they're very cute, actually. You get to pick up these paint cannons and paint the princesses. And by the way, I just ran past one that wasn't painted and decided to try and paint one that clearly has colour on it already. No, Mike, that is wrong. Paint the ones that have no colour on them, the white ones, and the skrit as well. You can paint the skrit and they turn into princess dolls, which actually is kind of creepy. If you think about it, is Tixx kidnapping skrit and turning them into Wintersday dolls? That's kinda morbid, if you ask me. Look at this guy. I wonder if I'm going to be able to see it. Yeah, I've got the UI off right now, so I can't see his speech bubbles. But they kind of complain that, like, they've been lied to or something by, oh, I forget what they say, but I think they reference Tixx, actually, the golem, which is very strange indeed. And if you take too long on this part of the event, then you get to see those pings on the map. So there you go. If you're wondering why I'm having trouble like clicking on things and stuff, by the way, I don't know if you've ever encountered this bug, but sometimes you just cannot click on things until you close the client and reload it. I had this, so I had to tab target everything in this run, which was kind of irritating, but you know, you get through it. A bit of the old C. It's not C space anymore, is it? That's just targeting the closest thing and jumping. No, it's C1 or C3 in my case to throw an axe at it. And then, yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I just totally talked over that event. That event was to keep the skrit out of that area there and keep the princess dolls happy, as usual. I don't suppose they'd be too happy with us anyway, because we'd kind of destroyed their little hamlet, but you know what? Sod 'em. I don't like 'em. They're weird. So anyway, after that they go crazy, of course they do, and you've got to defend the Ventaris from them. By the way, these things they hit hard. They hit really hard. They're horrible. The princess dolls put tons of stacks of confusion on you, and out in the world too. They're bloody nightmare to kill. The Ventaris are just as bad because they buff themselves. Sometimes they go invulnerable. And they do massive amounts of damage. Even if you're not stood in the red circles, you just cannot avoid their massive stream of damage. And speaking of streams, in this mortar event there's 21 mortars instead of 18 now. Or bear form. And while that's happening, you actually get a steady stream of the Ventari dolls that you can kill those for your monthly. So if your team hasn't got their monthly yet, then I recommend just staying in that part of the event and just taking those out until you kill 100 of them to max that achievement out and get your jugs of karma. Hurrah! So then Tixx appears again. Not surprised. You take her out? Yes. This time it's different though. She leaps and reflects projectiles, and this thing does quite a bit of damage. If you stand behind her though while she's doing that, then it's pretty much fine. And watch out for the leap and the reflection projectile thingy. So once you've killed that, you get the princess doll frame, 100 cog geary things, and you get to select your stuffing, wood stuffing and glue, whatever you want. And again, the same repeatable stuff as yesterday. You just get presents if you redo this over and over. So in my opinion, it isn't worth it to redo that. Don't forget your chest. And have I covered everything? I think I have. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to leave you with this shot of the machine thing with the Ventaris coming down it. And once you're done, you can also see the princess dolls coming down. So I'm assuming you'll eventually be able to see the Char, the Griffins, and the Golems coming down too. So that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.